Hi everyone, this is the tutorial for Disease by Lady Gaga. My name's Billy from Piano and Pies. Let's get stuck straight in. Okay, so we're in standard tuning for this, and we need just 4 or 5 different chords to get through this song. And what we're going to do is actually start with the chorus part of the song. Now, the chorus, which comes partway through the song, starts off with a B minor chord. B minor is 2 on the A string, 4/4 on the D and G strings, 3 on the B, and then 2 on the high E, which is picked up from your barred finger. That's the first hard chord, and really the only hard chord that we need. The second chord that we need is a D major chord, which is an open D, 2 on the G, 3 on the B, 2 on the high E string. We then need G major, which is 3 on the E string, 2 on the A, 0, 0, 0, and a 3 on the high E string. And the last chord we need for the chorus is an E major chord, which is an open E string, 2, 2 on the A and D strings, 1 on the G, and then open strings on the B and E. Now it's worth mentioning that all the way through this, as there's no real guitar parts on this, I'm going to be putting what I think is the best spin on this to play this on the acoustic or the electric guitar. So speaking about the strumming pattern, what we can do is have 2 beats for each of these chords. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And there are lots of different ways to strum it. What I think works really well for the chorus is down, 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 up for each chord. Now I'll do that slowly. Now, if you play those chords around twice, just like I have there, you get the first half of the chorus. And it's worth mentioning that there are lots of different parts to this song. So if you would like to get the chord chart for this, which has all the chords in the correct order, as well as the chords in the lyrics matched up, so you know which chord goes with which word. Let's say you want to sing along or play along to the track, then head on over to Patreon. There is a link in the description for that, and you can get everything wrought out professionally for the price of a coffee. So check that out. But leading on to the second part of the chorus, it goes to B minor. We then go to an A major chord, which is an open A, 2, 2, 2 on the D, G, and B, and then an open E. So it goes from B minor to A. And then we have the G and E just like we did in the first half of the chorus. And then we repeat those chords a second time. So what I'm going to do is play through the full chorus so you know how all the chords work in the right order, and I'll shout them out. So B minor, D, G, E. Again, B minor, D, G, E minor. Then the second half goes B minor, A, G, E. B minor, A, G, and then an E chord. So now that we've played the chorus, we're going to backtrack and go to the beginning of the song. Now the beginning of the song basically takes a lot of those chords and just sustains them. It's kind of a bit of a quiet introduction before it really kicks off. So what we need to do is play B, D, G, E. So we'll play those 4 chords. Just sustain them. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then for the last part of the introduction, we repeat almost all of that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now there are a lot of parts going on with this song, and to translate it onto the guitar from a synthesized sound can be a bit of a tricky thing, but this is what the chords are being played. What we're going to do is play a B major chord, not to be confused with B minor that we've seen in the introduction and the chorus. Now there are optional extras that you could do instead of this chord, which I'll talk about in a moment, but B major is 2 on the A string, 4, 4, 4 on the D, G and B, and then you can play 2 on the high E string. And what's going to happen is you chug away on that B chord. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, D, C. So D major to C major. Now C major is another new chord, which is 3 on the A string, 2 on the D, an open G, 1 on the B, and an open E. And then it goes from B down to G. Now, like I said, we're playing an acoustic guitar version. You can have a little bit of liberty over how you play this. So you can take the chords that I've played and play them in your own way, as long as you get the right chord shapes. So what we have is that B chord, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, D, C, B, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, the optional extra for the verse is playing more power chord shapes. If you're familiar with power chords, we have 2, 4, and 4 for the B, and we can play 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, which is the power chord built on fret 5 of the A string for D, and 3 for C. And you could play that instead, because that fits relatively well for the verse. And then on the second half of the verse, you would play the B shape, and then 3 on the top string. So you've noticed the power chord shape is just one shape that we can move around the guitar. So I'm now going to play the verse as power chords. Here we go. So B, D to C, back to the B, G. Now that once through is the instrumental part of the song. And if you play it 2 more times, that's when Lady Gaga starts singing, and that would be the first verse. Now there is a pre-chorus. It's also worth mentioning that my main camera, that is pointed to my face, has just died, so we're all on this camera, and the pre-chorus changes things again. What we're going to do is have the B major chord, and it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. So pre-chorus starts off with B major and E minor, not to be confused with E major, that we've seen in the introduction and the chorus. So we have 0, 2, 2, 0, 0, 0. So the 2 and 2 are on the A and D strings, and there's our E minor chord. And then it kind of borrows some ideas from the actual first verse. So I'll play through this pre-chorus slowly. B, E minor, B, D, C, B, E minor again, and then B. And like I said, as long as you play those chords in that order, how you play it is up to you. No guitar parts in this song, so yeah, you can have your own put onto the scale, your own ideas. And what I think works well is the palm muted type of idea. So I'm just taking this part of my hand onto the strings, and I don't get the full sound, you get a muted sound like this. For me, I think that works really well, and it gets close to what the sound of the song is, and if you play that through twice, you get yourself the pre-chorus. So after that pre-chorus, we have the chorus, which we've already looked at, so I'm going to just skip past that, and basically we get a lot of repetition at this point. There is a second verse, which is the same as the first part, which is that B, and the D and the C, down to G. Play through that twice and you've got the second verse. We then have a second pre-chorus, which is exactly the same as the first pre-chorus, then a chorus, which is the same as all the other choruses, and then we get a post-chorus. Now the post-chorus, Lady Gaga sings some different parts, and it is literally the same as the chorus. So B minor to D, G, E major. You do that twice, followed by B, A, G and E. Do that twice and you've got yourself the post-chorus. We then get a bridge section, and the great news is it is the same chords as the chorus and the post-chorus. You just sustain the chords if you like, so you can have a little bit of variety. So you could have 1, 2, 3, 4, G, 2, E major, and so you can see I was just strumming each chord once. The final part of the song where everything kicks back in is the post-chorus, and the post-chorus ends the song with the same chords as the chorus. So thankfully, the latter part of the song is just the same thing over and over and over. So if you found this video useful, then please do consider getting the extra material over on Patreon. Saves you from trying to write it out or trying to memorize it and potentially making a mistake. I'd also like to say thanks to the people on the screen. Those are my active patrons. So the moment that this video goes live, then everyone on that list will get the content that I mentioned earlier over on Patreon straight away, and they can jam out to this amazing new song from Lady Gaga. I genuinely love it. It's only just come out a couple of hours ago and I've listened to it about 5 times already. So yeah, feel free to check that out. Thanks for watching and I'll catch you in the next video.